Happy Friday, one and all. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Hockey Fights Cancer Night for the University of Delaware Blue Hens. Men's Division I ACHA squad as they host the Stony Brook University Seawolves in their third of 4 meetings this year and the first half of a weekend home and home between these two longtime ESCHL and now ACC hockey rivals. They split in their October home and home series, and the Blue Hens are looking to carry some positive momentum forward after sweeping the University of Pittsburgh in the Iron City last week. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box. Speaking of the Iron City, our assistant producer Trey Wright on videography duty tonight, and also pulling triple duty as runner, production assistant, you name it. Trey, we love you, we appreciate you, and it is an absolute treat to have you as part of our crew, and for everyone joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, likewise, it is a treat to have you with us here tonight as the Blue Hens look to make it 4 wins in a row. The cornerstone to this Delaware team, Jacob Snellenberg, 5-2-0 on the year with a .291 goals against average at a save percentage right now hovering just over .910. Lots of power up front. Mason Moore, Austin Vecchio, Tanner Mahoney, they've together accounted for 16 goals so far this season. And looking back at the blue line, plenty of offensive productivity from the D-core as well. First-year Blue Hen Thomas Weeks, 5 goals, 5 assists. Encroaching on point-a-game territory, looking at the second line, Leighton Bajsadecki, another first-year Blue Hen, who's making his presence felt on the score sheet. 6 goals, 7 helpers so far this season, and that puts him in a tie for first in points scored this year with Tanner Mahoney. They're both sitting at a baker's dozen. So Luke Panapresso and Danny Berg, the top D pair, but it will be the second pair of Jack Keller and Thomas Weeks getting the start, along with Coach Todd Mittelmeier's top line of Austin Vecchio, Tanner Mahoney, and Mason Moore. A power-packed Blue Hens team riding a 3-game win streak on their return to Fred Rust Arena. And we'll meet a special guest whenever we come back in a few moments to tee up this Friday night 6:15 meeting between the Stony Brook Seawolves and the Delaware Blue Hens. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network, and it is all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple minutes for opening introductions and Friday night hockey in the First State.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back, one and all, inside Fred Rust Arena. Hockey fights cancer night here in the First State. as the Delaware Blue Hens are clad in purple for this special cause. And without further ado, we're going to head inside the glass and take you right to tonight's opening introductions. Once again, hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present a Men's Division I regular season meeting between the visiting Stony Brook University Seawolves and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Stony Brook Seawolves, coached by Chris Garofalo. Starting in goal from Holbrook, New York, number 29, Steven Reganado. On defense, from Stony Brook, New York, number 44, Colin Wenrick. And from Rocky Mount, Virginia, number 73, Jackson Haskins. Starting at forward, from Skaneateles, New York, number 19, Hudson DiNapoli. From Center Reach, New York, number 38, RJ Sember. And from Canandaigua, New York, number 48, Nate Legrette. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. On defense from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 5, Jack Keller. And from Middletown, Delaware, number 8, Thomas Weeks. Starting at left wing from Livingston, New Jersey, number 22, Austin Vecchio. At right wing from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, number 9, Mason Moore. At center from Venetia, Pennsylvania, number 36, Tanner Mahoney. And starting at B positive hero, number 85, Aiden Graham. Your Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Beige, Dominic Lignelli, and Mark Zezut, assisted by student manager Nellie Bates. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Rich Jondo and Will Fannin, and linespeople Sam Chauvin and Bryce Lindsay. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Fans, before we drop the puck on tonight's game, we turn your attention to center ice for a ceremonial puck drop. It is third season and first appearance here at Fred Rust Arena, cancer-free. We welcome number 85, Aiden Graham, the Delaware Blue Hens Men's Hockey Andrew McDonough Foundation Be Positive Hero. Tonight marks 3 years since his diagnosis, and we're happy to report that on March 10th of this year, Aiden rang the bell, completing 2.5 years of treatment. And his hockey journey is continuing as a member of the Junior Blue Hens. Aiden plays as a left wing on the Hens Mites team. Aiden, Cody, Will, thank you all. And fans, let's give Aiden Graham, 3-year cancer survivor, a well-deserved round of applause. Hockey hugs between Aiden and Mom Heather. The heart and soul of the Blue Hens dressing room, and it's hard not to tear up just by thinking about the impact that Aiden has had on these men and that these men have likewise had on Aiden. And there's one of them right there, Jacob Snellenberg, wearing number 35 for the Blue Hens, the grad student from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania. Half of the reason that Aiden wears number 85, the other half, Dominic Guido, who when he played as a Delaware Blue Hen, wore number 38. So Aiden took the 8 from Dominic and the 5 from Jacob and made 85 his own. Here we go. It's time for Friday night hockey in Delaware. Blue Hens in their Hockey Fights Cancer purple sweaters, moving left to right here in opening period play. Stony Brook wearing white, moving right to left as we get things going. This puck is cleared by Vecchio, shoveled by Moore, taken away at center by Wenrick, but he's stood up by Tanner Mahoney right at the Delaware blue line. This is recovered by Jack Keller, played up the near side toward Weeks, but under 2-ply forechecking pressure, Weeks couldn't clear. Keller is going to try up the left now as he changes direction behind his own net. He caroms the puck up the left wing boards into the path of Tanner Mahoney, who muscles his way past the Delaware blue line. He flips the puck in behind the Stony Brook goal, and that gives the Blue Hens an opportunity to get some fresh legs on. Power-packed second line as well for this Delaware team. Bajsadecki, Gott, and between them, Captain Cody Diaz, the Iron Man from Neenah, Wisconsin. Here's Wenrick with a shot from distance. Cormatic digging away at the puck in close. Snellenberg thought he had it. 2 shots from the Stony Brook Seawolves, and Snelly holding his ground on both of them. Coming up to 80 seconds in to this first of 3 20-minute periods in this third of 4 meetings between the Seawolves and the Blue Hens. Both have won on home ice in their home-and-home series just 3 weeks ago. Brady Burke leaves the puck to Bajsadecki across. Now it comes to Chance DeBolt. DeBolt muscles his way past center, and this is going to come back offside. Face off directly in front of the 4-1-2 comms press box. And the Blue Hens in neutral ice recover. Berg to Panapresso. Up the left wing boards, the skip pass off the wall intended for Tommy Tracy didn't connect. DeBolt chases down the puck behind the cage. Centering feed. Tracy couldn't get a shot away in a congested slot. Here's Panapresso taking aim from the left point. The Tracy redirect failed to materialize. Charles Poirier's got him tied up in the corner. DeBolt recovering for the Blue Hens. Throws the puck through the slot into the near corner boards, where a two-a-side battle for the puck develops, and this will be cleared by the Seawolves and advanced by Poirier up the right wing boards. He puts on the brakes. Justin Nakagawa pursuing behind the net, and we've got a whistle from Rich John Doe behind play. Roughing on DeBolt. Coming 2:28 into the first period. First penalty kill of the night for the Blue Hens. And this penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 25, Chance DeBolt. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 28 seconds of the first period. DeBolt, 2 for roughing at 2:28. Goose, Burke, Coughlin, and Infanger. The quartet of penalty killers on for the Blue Hens as Nakagawa leaves the puck back to Robert Hyde. Shot from the half wall was on target. Snellenberg with the save. That pass nearly blocked and cleared by Infanger. Wenrick holds the point after Nakagawa flipped the puck back toward the blue line. This is taken away by Burke and launched clear. So 40 gone in this first Delaware penalty. And Robert Hyde drops the puck back to Wenrick at center. Advancing pass through neutral ice. Nakagawa nearly stripped of the vulcanized rubber by Panapresso round about the Delaware blue line. Hens do clear. Wenrick again. This time to Paul DeSaro. Pickpocketed by Panapresso at the Delaware stripe again. So zone entry, a bit of a trouble spot for the Seawolves here in this first power play of the game as we near 4 minutes completion of the first period. 3 shots. Snellenberg's had the last word on all of them. And here come the Seawolves again as Anthony Vernillo races it up the right wing boards, and he's steered behind the net by Burke. Poirier holds the point. Vernillo, cross ice feed. Haskins tries to work the puck in close. It's intercepted by Brady Burke, chipped off the near glass and back out of harm's way. Now 20 seconds to go on what's been a strong kill for these Hens early in the game. This will be called back offside. So a neutral zone face-off enables the Hens to win possession and drive the puck up ice. Bryce Lindsay took a tumble, and the Hens are back to full strength. 4.5 minutes into first period action from Fred Rust Arena. Great momentum shift for the Blue Hens. Yet to get a shot away. But an attacking zone face-off is coming in the Blue Hens' favor as the Seawolves direct the puck out of action. Big guns back on for Delaware. And Delaware control off the face-off win. This is Mason Moore working the right point. Moore hassled, puck taken away and cleared. This will come back an icing. Just shy of 5 minutes having gone by the wayside here in opening period action. Tanner Mahoney back in for the attacking zone face-off at the far dot. Sam Chauvin drops the puck, and on we go. Warner leaves us behind the cage. Mahoney could not cleanly set up more. He was double-teamed in the slot. Puck taken away by Christian Malik, but he and Anastasio are outnumbered on this 2-on-4 counterattack. The shot from distance into the pads of Snellenberg, and here come the Hens on the offensive. Ryan Warner dropped past to Mahoney after gaining the right point. Cross-ice feed, nobody home, and here's a 2-on-2 coming the other way, led by Will Kormanek. Kormanek gave way to a Danny Berg stick check mid-zone, but Valenti held territory right point. His shot was blocked down in traffic. Trezera gets the puck back in deep after it rebounded to the near half wall. This is kicked on by Valenti, trying to steamroll his way through the slot, but Berg got him tied up sufficiently to disrupt that chance. Hens clear, stretch pass back to Labos, as Stony Brook tried to catch Delaware in the midst of a change, but Labos left this back to DeSaro, waiting for numbers to come on, and Haskins plays a hard carom shot back deep into the Delaware end as we have reached the 6-minute mark of first period play, still scoreless from Fred Rust Arena. Third line trying to storm in low, played a hard carom after gaining center to the left half wall. This is held in by Noah Goose, Andrew Lowe's former Team Maryland teammate in the Eastern Hockey League. Speaking of the junior hockey connections, Peter Labos on the ice right now for Stony Brook. Moonlights as an assistant coach with the Police Athletic League Junior Islanders team in the United States Premier Hockey League Premier Division. Long bomb from Wenrick off the corner boards, corralled by Goose. Taken away by the forward-checking Nate Legret, trying to stuff the puck past Snellenberg, but to no avail. A-grade chance right there for Stony Brook, but Snelly holding his ground, and he does so again, denying Legret from the outside of the near circle. This is steered back to center, and Wenrick will pull back to his own line as the Hens change up. Smith dumps in after gaining red. Keller fails to clear. Puck taken away and marched up the middle by Liam Gott, first-year Blue Hen. Gott shoots from the left dot, and this is covered by Reganado for a pause in play. So the first Delaware shot of the game comes 7 minutes and 25 seconds into the first period. And the face-off will move to Reganado's right with the Wisconsinite Cody Diaz in for the draw. Another quick shot, this coming from Weeks. And holding is Reganado to bring play to a halt. Morrow was across from Diaz for the face-off. Icing waved off on that long Stony Brook clear by linesperson Bryce Lindsay. He and Sam Chauvin, the lines people tonight. And a pair of minor protested officials, and Will Fannin and Rich Jondo are in the orange armbands for tonight's assignment. Poirier off the feed from Mara. Ruled onside by Lindsay. And the Hens' Thomas Weeks will recover deep in his own zone. This is advanced to Gott, stood up just after gaining the zone. Collision between Poirier and Gott nearly turned sour, but Chauvin was right there to make sure it didn't. Panapresso ahead to Coughlin, just clear, and this is offside. 11 and a half minutes to go in opening period action. As it took our clock a little bit of time to get caught up with the action. Spinelli could not feed to Infanger just over the line. There, a shot off the stick of Vernillo and a save from Snellenberg. So shot 6-3 in favor of the Seawolves as we near 9 minutes into opening period action at Austin Vecchio. Off a feed from Mahoney, gains the Stony Brook line. Under pressure from Anastasio, he worked to protect territory. This game has been chippy to say the absolute least, as Anastasio and Vecchio are still going at it. Meanwhile, back into Stony Brook territory came Mahoney, driven into the far corner boards by Vernillo. Mahoney left this back to Vecchio. Moore trying to dig the puck free. This sent through the slot all the way back deep into the Delaware end, where Snellenberg paddles the puck ahead to Ryan Warner into neutral ice. Thrown in the rest of the way, steadied by Reganado, and Haskins recovers. Played behind his own net to Peter Labos, who's got space up the left dots. Headman feed to Cormanic, saucering the puck just over the blue line, in behind the Delaware goal, and we've got a whistle as this is going to come back. Looks to be an icing against the Seawolves. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. We'll do it again as the Seawolves cleared the puck out of play right off the draw, nearing mid-period of this scoreless hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Hens protect off the attacking zone draw. Tommy Tracy cycles to Keller, one of those offensive defensemen on this Delaware side, working together with Thomas Weeks, another one who's made a splash on the score sheet with 5 goals and 5 assists so far in his first season as a Blue Hen. Speaking of Weeks, here he is pulling back behind his own net, trying to evade 2 3-ply forechecking pressure. Big collision with Lowe. And a souvenir for a fan as Tesaro launched that stick almost up to the press box. And looks as though he's going to get away with it. Nine and a half to go in the first. Face-off coming just above the Delaware bench. And the Seawolves control. Yet scoreless at Fred Rust Arena, as Snellenberg's been mighty tough between the pipes for the Blue Hens. And a mighty forecheck is being put up. By the Seawolves. So Lindsay's taking a tumble, fan in blue attire. Cannon's going to have to restock the airplane bottles later tonight, if you know the inside joke. Although for any official who's had to take a swig from the bag of misery. It is no joke, and Stony Brook have taken the early lead. Kowalski opening the scoring at 11-17, and let's see how it materialized. A give and go with Justin Nakagawa. "11 minutes and 17 seconds into opening period play. And it is 1-0 Seawolves. Stony Brook goal, his first of the season. Scored by number 24, Dylan Kowalski. Assisted by number 13, Justin Nakagawa. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period. Kowalski's first from Nakagawa at 11-17. Nearing 12 minutes completion in the first period. Seawolves have drawn first blood, and their strong forecheck has certainly put a damper on Delaware's usually potent breakout, limiting the Hens to but 3 shots on goal. Brook, pressured by Labos. There's that potent forecheck of which we spoke. Disrupted breakout pass, and here a Cormanic shot. Denied by Snellenberg. 7:26 to go. In opening period play, Snelly 9 for 10 in the save department. The faceoff is going to come to his left. Mahoney and Cormanic top centers. And Sam Chauvin signals a face-off violation against the Blue Hens. We're going to try again. DeSaro was swarmed by Weeks. He turns over the puck. More headman feed. Mahoney on the doorstep. Couldn't get past Regalado, who scrambles to get back on his feet. Meanwhile, Thomas Weeks couldn't generate anything from higher in the zone. 7:05 to go in the first period. Outlet pass evading the reach of Paul DeSaro, corralled by Keller deep in the Delaware end. Mahoney across to Weeks. Stutter steps to try to gain some space from DeSaro. Diagonal pass ahead. Mahoney stepped in over the blue line, but was stripped of the puck shortly thereafter. Now Goose ties up Vernillo, and their collective momentum take them below the Delaware goal. Vernillo trying to get past Keller. He turns and shoots. Puck knocked down out of midair by Jacob Snellenberg for save number 10. Long clear from the Hens, and they change as Chauvin waves off the icing. Poirier back the other direction, slowed up at the line by Delaware's Tommy Tracy. Low muscles the puck clear under 2-ply pressure. DeBolt couldn't chase it down cleanly in neutral ice. Poirier back across to Kowalski. He's bodied off the puck as he sends it back through neutral territory, and Goose recovers for the Hens. Panapresso caroms it off the left wing boards in behind the Stony Brook goal. Regalado played the puck and had to scramble back into the crease. Fortunately for Steven Regalado, who's only seen 4 shots tonight, there was no danger waiting right in front of him, so he had time and space to get back in position. And meanwhile, the Seawolves back in position, camping out in the Delaware zone, trying to pad a 1-0 early lead. This is covered by Snellenberg, and we'll have a pause. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Nakagawa tried to set up Hyde on the doorstep, I should say, right off that attacking zone draw to no avail. Trezera to Hyde. Taking a heavy hit from Warner, who comes away with the puck just inside his own blue line. But as he tried to walk it free, it was stripped from him by Hudson DiNapoli. Centering feed, Nakagawa in close. Couldn't bat the puck pass. Mara holding the point. Nakagawa bodied off his path by Berg. Cycled the puck behind the cage, trying to find Robert Hyde to no avail. And the Hens labor the puck back beyond center. God heads back to the bench. Carrying on the attacking momentum for the Hens was Bajsadecki. And looked like we had a puck out of play with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go. And the face-off is spotted by linesperson Bryce Lindsay at center. Seawolves control. Wenrick up the middle to Smith up the left wing boards. His shot from mid-zone, caught and held by Snellenberg. .407 remaining in an action-packed first period. No love lost between the Seawolves and the Blue Hens this night. And DiNapoli is in for the draw across from Delaware's fourth line center, Alex Infanger. Spinelli tried to muscle the puck free off his backhand, but there was plenty of commotion round about the dot. Here's Legret off a great pass from Haskins, unable to get a shot away from the dot. And we've got ourselves another Delaware penalty coming up with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go in opening period action. Let's see what we've got from Richie Jondo. Hooking. Infanger. Not a fan of Jondo's adjudication, but regardless, back to the PK. Go the Blue Hens for the second time tonight. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 4, Alex Infanger. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 8 seconds in the first period. Infanger, 2 for hooking at 16:08. Nakagawa drop pass to DeSaro across the line to Wenrick. This goes across to Robert Hyde. Stepping up from the dot. Shot was blocked in traffic net front. And Andrew Lowe pushes the puck clear. He and DeBolt will head off. In exchange for some fresh legs, so too will Keller and Panapresso. So a brand new set of penalty killers. We've got Goose and Burke on the back end. Diaz and Coughlin on up front as DeSaro gets stood up by Brady Burke, trying to cut toward the cage from the right dot. Wenrick foiled the pass ahead to Coughlin. And the Hens are going to go down a second. As Coughlin's ruled off for interference. This coming at 17:11. So a 5-on-3 situation. Awaiting the Seawolves. And a crucial kill awaiting the Blue Hens. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, Cade Coughlin, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 11 seconds. In the first period, Coughlin 2 for interference at 17-11. Mara, Haskins, Poirier down low. Tried to skip the puck back to Mara at the top of the left circle rather. Here's Poirier again. Haskins winding up. Shot blocked in traffic, and Brady Burt clears. 15 left on the Infanger hook. So with Infanger and Coughlin both idle spectators for the time being, Delaware having to shoulder the load with 2 of their main penalty killers out of action. Now Infanger is back on. A minute to go on the Coughlin interference penalty. Haskins. Shot coming from Anastasio at the right corner was off its mark. Charles Poirier, the Québécois. Back to Haskins. Minute 33 to go in opening period action. Stony Brook with a 1-0 lead and a man advantage for the next 38. Poirier working in close. The backhand from Vernillo was off its mark. Mara leaves this back to Haskins as we come to the final 80. Shot through traffic, handled by Snellenberg, but not cleared as Poirier protects the point. Haskins steps up from center to Poirier again. Vernillo walking in. Had the lane, did not have the shot. And the Hens clear with a minute to go in opening period action. And they're going to escape this 5-on-3 unscathed as Coughlin hustles back to the bench, and taking his place is Mason Moore. 3-on-2 for the Seawolves. Here's DeSaro. DeSaro trying to get one in close. On the doorstep too was Labos. Muscling the puck away, Warner with 27 seconds to go. Leaves this to Moore, and this is cleared over the glass and out with 22 seconds remaining. In the first period of a 1-0 game, face-off coming to the right of Jacob Snellenberg, who's done a heck of a job here in opening period action, saving 15 of 16 total shots sent his way. Final 20. Here's Warner up the right wing boards. An onside entry. He tried to float the puck toward the path of Tanner Mahoney, but he couldn't get stick on puck. Mahoney, that is. And a 4-on-2 will likely be the last chance of the period. But Will Cormanek is stripped of the puck by Tanner Mahoney right as the horn sounds to signal the end of the first 20 minutes. At the end of one period, the score, Stony Brook Seawolves 1, Delaware Blue Hens 0. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. That man, Dylan Kowalski, the lone goal scorer to this point, finding the back of the Delaware net off a give and go with Justin Nakagawa. 11-17 into the first period. That the lone tally. Despite 16 shots on goal from the Stony Brook Seawolves in the first period, Jacob Snellenberg holding his own for the other 15 and keeping this a 1-0 hockey game. Sam Chauvin ready to drop the puck on second period action. Puck is down, off we go. And just 6 seconds in, this will come back an icing. So an attacking zone draw practically gifted to the Seawolves as Wenrick takes aim. Snellenberg with the save, and unable to make anything happen off the rebound was Hudson DiNapoli. Warner diagonal pass gets to Bajsadecki. Dropped off to Gott after gaining the zone near side. And a goal for the Blue Hens! Go to the net. Good things happen. Mein Gott! Liam scores his second. Here it comes again. Liam Gott more or less out of desperation. Getting the puck past Reginado. And the Hens come storming right back into the Stony Brook zone in search of a second. Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 77, Liam Gott. Assisted by number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki. And number 2, Ryan Warner. Time of the goal, 33 seconds of the second period. Gott second from Bajsadecki and Warner at 33 seconds. And the turkey's on the table for the Blue Hens. As for the first time tonight, a Seawolf heads to the sin bin. Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Coming up is Trezera is ushered to the penalty box for holding. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities at desportsmed.com. The Stony Brook penalty was assessed to number 2, Joey Trezera. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 9 seconds in the second period. Trezera 2 for holding at 2:09. Vecchio storming forward, trying to get the puck passed in close. Reginado says no, sir. Cormanic, the other direction. Top shelf, he scores. 2-on-2, and Will Cormanic pots his third of the year to give the Seawolves the lead once again. Here we see it the other direction. Will Cormanic all by his lonesome. With a shorthanded tally, walking all the way from his own blue line into the Delaware end of the rink to pot his third of the year. Hens still with a minute and change to go on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. A shot caught and held by Reganado for a pause in action. Face-off coming to the right of Steven Reganado, who just recorded his 8th save of the night. Looks as though we've got Cormanic unassisted. On that most recent Stony Brook tally. But we await confirmation from downstairs. Warner up the right wing boards. Steered behind the net, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. He's bodied down by Haskins in the near corner. Gott plays this back up the wall to Weeks. By Sadecki across to Weeks. Bobbled the puck at the top of the circle. And the Seawolves are back to full strength as this Diaz shot goes up into the netting and out of play. The Stony Brook goal, a shorthanded goal, was the third of the season, scored by number 76, Will Cormanic. Time of the unassisted goal, 2 minutes 41 seconds in the second period. Cormanic's third, unassisted, at 2:41, a shorthanded goal. Vernillo could not escape. This puck is tipped by Wenrick around the near corner, where Keller recovers for the Blue Hens. He takes a check from Haskins, and out come the Seawolves back left to right. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, as this shot is called offside. The Seawolves traveling left to right, clad in white and red. Delaware in their special Hockey Fights Cancer purple sweaters, moving right to left in second period play. Vernillo up the center. Crosses to the left wing boards to try to get past Coughlin. Backhand shot was denied by Snellenberg. Valenti recovers for the Wolves at center, played across to Wenrick and flipped back into the Delaware zone. There, Keller recovers. Goose nearly gave the puck away. Vernillo was the forechecking menace for the Seawolves. Goose to Infanger, 2-on-2. Infanger tried to give and go with Noah Goose cutting to the slot to no avail. Puck ended up in the near corner, where Ted Valenti played it behind his own goal. Here's Spinelli with the takeaway. Spinelli in a 1-on-3, trying to stick handle in time for fellow Blue Hens to come to his aid. But ultimately, the Seawolves win that battle. And as we near the 6-minute mark of the second period, they fail to clear. DeBolt recovering for the Delaware's side. Plenty of action coming tonight. To our left, all contest long as this Burke shot will be called back. Too many players on the ice. Too many players on the ice against the Blue Hens. 5:49 elapsed in the second period, and back to the PK. Go the Delaware side. As Michael Spinelli lumbers off to serve the minor. Draw coming to the right of Snellenberg. DeBold and Cormanic in for the face-off. And this a momentum killer on so many levels for the Blue Hens. The Delaware penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 49 seconds in the second period. Delaware bench minor, too many players on the ice at 5:49. And Justin Nakagawa makes the Hens pay, popping the puck past Snellenberg for his 4th of the year. This coming at the 6:18 mark. Of the second period. So 3-1. Standing the score as Nakagawa pots his 4th, and the Seawolves go up by a pair. And the parade to the penalty box continues. Cross-checking the ruling against Kowalski. So a Delaware sports medicine power play awaits the Blue Hens. Head to desportsmed.com to learn more. The Stony Brook goal was the 4th of the season, scored by number 13, Justin Nakagawa. Assisted by number 76, William Cormanic, and number 88, Robert Hyde. Time of the power play goal, 6 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Nakagawa's 4th from Cormanic and Hyde at 6:18. The Stony Brook penalty was assessed to number 24, Dylan Kowalski. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 41 seconds in the second period. Kowalski 2 for cross-checking at 6:41. Mason Moore in for the face-off. Here's Panapresso on the doorstep with the redirect. Was Moore, but he could not get past Reganado off the cross slot pass. Moore led to the re-entry, and Luke Panapresso is steered behind the net. Vecchio takes a hit in the back from Valenti, but he had support from Panapresso to protect for Delaware. Vecchio and Valenti boxing out for net front position. Meanwhile, Mahoney gets this down low to Moore. Back to Mahoney it comes, letting one go from the dot. His shot popped up into the netting and out of play by Reganado. And we've got a pause with 12:21 to go in the second period. 1:02 remaining on the Kowalski penalty. And the Blue Hens trying to claw away at a 3-1 deficit. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Warner looking for a place to happen behind the net. He leaves us to Weeks. Shot from the left, top of the left circle, was blocked by Sember. Bajsadecki opposite side protecting. Look to unload from the right dot. Instead, cross slot pass tipped off its line, trying to find Liam Gott, who's already got one on the night for Delaware. Warner across the line. Weeks. Back to Warner. Thrown in from distance off the back glass. Race for the puck. Colin Wenrick had the path to it, but he failed to clear. 8.5 gone to the second. Final 5 seconds of the Kowalski penalty. The Seawolves clear. And they're back to full strength, changing in the final seconds of the Kowalski penalty. So they've got fresh legs on, poised to attack, and Leighton Bajsadecki is going to be called back offside. 11:08 to go in the second period. Stony Brook with a 3-1 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens here at Fred Rust Arena. And a neutral zaw coming our way, as Bajsadecki had a man in front of him as he crossed the determining edge of the blue line. Good healthy crowd here on hand tonight for Delaware Blue Hens hockey in the first half of a weekend home and home between the Hens and the Seawolves. They split their October series. And so far, Stony Brook controlling pretty much every aspect of this game, leading 3-1. They've got the edge on special teams as well, as 2 of their goals have come with reduced manpower one way or another. Keller, attracting a crowd of Seawolves, couldn't pile drive his way toward the net. He recovers the puck 7 feet behind the blue line. He throws it in, chased down by Infanger. Here's Goose winding up. Shot from distance, blocker down and away by Reganado. DeSaro brings it back to center. DeBolt recovers for Delaware, and this is left back by Keller to Goose. Advance beyond the center line, but Charles Poirier recovers for the lads in white and red. Labos to Poirier. Thrown by Valenti. Off the stick of Vernillo, who didn't gain center. This is walked in and shot closer up by Stony Brook's Peter Labos, and Snellenberg comes up with the save again. Coughlin the other direction. Took aim from the left dot, holding his Reganado. Right off the draw, Bird wide from distance. Malik was slowed up mid-zone. Tracy, the harbinger for the transition for the Hens. But they lost possession and control 20 feet inside the Stony Brook blue line, and Joey Trezera plays this across to Malik, bodied down at center. Acknowledgements to Charlie and Jonathan joining us tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network, as the Hens, barely onside on this re-entry, are led by Tommy Tracy working the puck around the horn. The feed from Mahoney led to a long shot from Thomas Weeks, which was high and wide. Anastasio clears. Warner recovers. Stood up 10 feet above the line by Anastasio, but he gets the puck in deep. Valenti controls. And he rings it off the rafters, resulting in a pause in play with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the second. And a face-off coming to the right of Steven Reganado, who has stopped 13 of the 14 shots he's faced to this point in the contest. Mahoney victorious in the face-off circle. The shot from Warner was blocked in net front traffic. Vecchio thought he held the line, but to no avail. So an offside infraction against the Blue Hens leads to the neutral zone face-off. And the boys in purple come barging back in. High shot over the protective netting and out. And another attacking zone face-off comes the Hens' way with 7:57 to go in the second period and a 2-goal deficit still to try to make up. Moore from the top of the slot, blocked shot. He gets it back, Mason Moore does, in close. Vecchio tried the jam one past Stephen Regalado, but number 29 in white staying with the puck in the play. Perfectly agile net minding from Regalado, who's 4-3-1 coming into tonight's game. And so far, he's got good support in front of him and good support on the other end of the rink as Kowalski, Kormanek, and Nakagawa have all contributed for the Seawolves in their 3-1 advantage. Justin Nakagawa, the San Diegan, flipped the puck through the slot, nobody home. Weeks, Will Fannin has just issued a penalty. Cross-checking on Warner with 7:05 remaining in the second period. So back to the PK. Go the Blue Hens. Face off to the right of Snellenberg, Infanger, Panapresso. Coughlin and Keller. On this PK, cross-lot pass and a shot from Poirier was denied by Snellenberg. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 2, Ryan Warner. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 55 seconds in the second period. Warner 2 for cross-checking at 12:55. We've got a man down as Anastasio looks to be favoring his wrist. Now he's holding his neck, it appears. Looked like he might have caught in a stick up high. His training staff come to his aid. And Matthew Anastasio makes his way back off. With 6:29 to go here in the second period. $1:24 left. On the Warner penalty. During pregame introductions, we met Aiden Graham. A valiant young gentleman, only 8 years old, a 3-year cancer survivor, and the heart and soul of the Delaware dressing room. In place of the nameplates on these Delaware sweaters tonight is Aiden's name in Aiden's handwriting. A touching reminder of what strength and resilience look like. And the mutual positive impact that this team and Aiden Graham have had on each other is something that will go with all of these gentlemen for the rest of their lives. And for Aiden, today marks 3 years since his diagnosis. And on a much happier note, Monday will mark 8 months of Aiden being cancer-free after 2.5 grueling years of treatment. Aiden paired with the Delaware team through the Andrew McDonough B Positive Foundation and the UDance program, which is the University of Delaware's major annual fundraiser for the Andrew McDonough B Positive Foundation, fighting for an end to childhood cancer. You at home can give to the cause. Head to bepositive.org to do so. Hens back to full strength, 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Legret with a long shot from the right point. Sprawling is Snellenberg for the save, and a gathering of Blue Hens and Seawolves net front necessitates the intervention of the linespeople as we come to the final 4:27 here in the second. Face off to Snellenberg's left after he notches save number 21 of the night. DiNapoli and Mahoney, or so we thought. Mahoney's going to be replaced in the circle by Austin Vecchio. And Vecchio finds Weeks up the left wing boards. Hens coming in numbers if they hurry. Weeks to Mahoney crashing the net, but Trezera got stick-on puck from astern to disrupt that opportunity. DiNapoli leads a 2-on-2 counterattack for the Wolves. His shot stick-checked off his line as he was knocked off balance heading to the far half wall. Valenti could not protect the point. This is thrown ahead by Mason Moore, and John Doe's got the trip. Delaware Sports Medicine power play time for the Blue Hens with 3:58 to go in the second period. .16:02 the time of the Valenti trip. And you too can score on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's new membership program. Head to desportsmed.com. The Stony Brook penalty was assessed to number 14, Ted Valenti, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 2 seconds. In the second period, Valenti, 2 for tripping at 16:02. Snellenberg finds Bajsadecki. Hens trying to catch the Seawolves in the midst of a change, but to no avail. Warner up the middle. Tried to split defenders, but the reaching stick of R.J. Sember, 5 feet inside the Stony Brook line, had other ideas. Panapresso. Back to Danny Berg, whose hometown Los Angeles Dodgers won the World Series last weekend. The Angelino circle behind the net. Here's Vecchio crashing in. Mahoney kicks the puck back to Panapresso. Plenty of commotion net front. Great cross-slot feed to Vecchio, but he bobbled the puck in close. 35 to go on the power play. 2.5 to go in the second period. Stony Brook with a 3-1 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens in the first half of this weekend home and home. Vecchio, Berg. Across it goes. Top of the far circle, and the shot from Mason Moore was wide. Mahoney put one on a T-net front. Vecchio surrounded by Seawolves. Couldn't get a clean shot away. And Stony Brook send the puck clear, and they will change as we work to the final 5 seconds of the Valenti penalty. Up the middle comes Luke Panapresso. One last chance, and a goal for the Delaware Blue Hens! Right as the penalty expired. Andrew Lowe, right place, right time. Cuts the Seawolves lead in half. And here it comes again as Panapresso comes through up the middle. And that an even strength goal. Is the Hens' second of the night. Oh, Delaware goal! His first of the season. Scored by number 17, Andrew Lowe. Assisted by number 26, Luke Panapresso. And number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 6 seconds of the second period. Lowe's first from Panapresso and Snellenberg at 18:06. And Trezera's down in the Stony Brook zone, slow to get back to his feet. So an eventful second period for the medical staff on site. Now Joey Trezera back up. And he'll make his way off as we come to the final 71 seconds of the second period. Face off to Reganato's left. Big guns on to try to tie it up for the Blue Hens. Here as we hit the home stretch of the second period. Working past center was Labos. Was taken away by Mahoney, sent back to center. Labos gains the puck again from Weeks momentarily. Moore recovers. Vecchio could not find Mahoney up the middle. Moore touch pass to Mahoney. Steered by Haskins to the far corner. Mahoney slowed up by a Paul DeSaro hip check below the goal. Puck ends up in the corner boards where Thomas Weeks protects for the Blue Hens. Final half minute of the second period. Vecchio centering feed, nobody there. Peter Labos with time and space clears off the near boards. DeSaro was offside. Failed transition pass from Weeks the other way. And we've got a contested puck in the neutral zone as we work to the final 7 seconds of the second period. Chris Garofalo backs up trying to not take a puck to the grill, and the second period has reached its conclusion. Through 40 minutes, the score: Stony Brook Seawolves 3, Delaware Blue Hens 2. We'll be back after the second intermission on the DHN.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Third period about to get underway from Fred Rust Arena. 3-2 through 40, advantage Stony Brook. Justin Nakagawa with the insurance goal on the power play for the Seawolves, just 6:18 into this second period. Beautiful net front feed from Will Cormanic, leading to Nakagawa's fourth of the year, but the Hens got it back to within one in the closing stages of the second as Luke Panapresso found Andrew Lowe on the goal mouth, forcing Reganado to go post to post. Backdoor feed to Andrew Lowe for his first of the year. And the margin stands at 1 with 20 minutes to go here from Fred Rust Arena. Puck is down, off in period number 3. Delaware traveling left to right in their Hockey Fights Cancer purple kits tonight. And on the offensive to kick off third period play, this puck taken away nearly by Legret, but held in by the Blue Hens. Got threw one in, Reganado flashing the leather. So 23 seconds into the third period. Delaware finding a little bit of offensive momentum. And Sember's going to be rolled out. Bajsadecki plays the puck behind the cage. Wenrick recovering for the Seawolves. Haskins unable to clear. This thrown in by Diaz, paddled wide by Reganado. Gott protects at the left point. He swats the puck in deep. Bajsadecki throws a shoulder to try to get position on Haskins, ultimately to no avail. Bajsadecki scrapping to recover the puck, can't do so, but Warner protects center point for Delaware. Played in behind the net to Tanner Mahoney. Around it comes to Danny Berg holding the line. Gott looking for his second. Dishes it off. Net front. Mahoney. Scramble right in front of Reganado, who stands his ground and keeps it a one-goal game. Ultimately, no shots ruled in that exchange. And Stony Brook's Jackson Haskins is going to work back to center before lobbing the puck in behind the Delaware cage and heading off in exchange for some fresh legs. A minute and a half into the third period. Mason Moore slowed up by the reaching stick of Mara. Ultimately, the Hens work through traffic back into attacking position. Mahoney bodied off the puck, and here comes Nakagawa. Leaving this into the near corner. He gets the puck right back. Kicked back out. Kowalski long shot. Glove saves Snellenberg. Batting the puck down in front of him. And play is halted in the Blue Hen zone with 17:51 to go in regulation. Face-off coming to Snellenberg's left. Cormanic and DeBolt in for the face-off. And out come the Hens on the offensive. The Floridian Chance DeBolt leading the rush up the left wing wall. Kowalski could not clear. Panapresso to DeBolt, long shot, thrown in from distance, but it was wide off its intended target. DeSaro could not clear. Cormanic tips the puck over the line, and here comes Labos working in up the left wing boards, throwing the puck in behind the Delaware cage. Chance DeBolt trying to recover and clear. He finds Panapresso. Left behind the net to Brady Burke. Takeaway in close from Kowalski, looking for his second of the night. But he ran out of real estate in front of the Delaware net, and the Hens do clear. Bryce Lindsay waves off the icing as Trezera found the puck playable behind the cage. Three and a half gone here in third period play. Cade Coughlin dishes the puck off to Infanger. Hey! Shoots and scores! Fourth line lightning from Alex Infanger. And the Hens are back on level pegging. Watching it again on the 412 Communications instant replay. It was Cade Coughlin with the setup, leading to Infanger's first goal of the season. So the slate is wiped clean, and we've got a brand new hockey game. Oh, Delaware goal! His first of the season. Scored by number 4, Alex Infanger. Assisted by number 20, Cade Coughlin. And number 24, Brady Burke. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 48 seconds of the third period. Infanger's first from Coughlin and Burke at 3:48. Nearing 5 minutes completion, stretch pass to Bajsadecki. Bobbled the puck trying to cut toward the dot. It was taken away by Poirier. Bajsadecki recovers. Pickpocketed again in the attacking zone. Here's a 2-on-2. Hyde crashing the net. And he goes top shelf to give Stony Brook the lead right back. They give up the 2-on-1, and Robert Hyde making the Hens pay, getting his fourth of the year. And it's again a Stony Brook lead as Lorenzo Mara had the feed that led to Robert Hyde's fourth of the year. We'll call it at 5 minutes in the third period. And the Hens staring down a 1-goal deficit again and giving up another odd man rush. Here's Nakagawa. Centering pass, this time to Mara. And it's 5-3. So 2 back-to-back odd man rushes given up at the blue line. Nakagawa with his third point setting up Mara. And just as quickly as the Blue Hens tied things up, the Stony Brook Seawolves came right back with 2 of their own. Stony Brook's fourth goal Fourth of the season, scored by number 88, Robert Hyde. Assisted by number 16, Lorenzo Mara. Time of the goal, 5 minutes in the third period. Hyde's fourth from Mara at 5 minutes. Stony Brook's fifth goal was the fourth of the season, scored by number 16, Lorenzo Mara, assisted by number 13, Justin Nakagawa. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 27 seconds in the third period. Mara, fourth of the season from Nakagawa at 5:27. So after 72 seconds of 3-up hockey, Stony Brook have come back with 2 more. Make it a third as Anastasio tucks his first of the year. And the Hens are going to take their timeout after defensive implosion in the last couple minutes has turned a 3-3 deadlock into a 6-3 deficit. The Stony Brook goal was scored by number 96, Matthew Anastasio, his first of the season. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 33 seconds of the third period. Anastasio's first at 6:33. Timeout, Delaware. So with 6.5 minutes gone, in the third period, Todd Mittelmeyer trying to instill some confidence in his troops. In hopes they can mount an 11th hour rally before a healthy home crowd. And with the support of B-positive hero Aiden Graham, who joined the team on the ice for pregame introductions tonight. Labos, Kormanek. Pass toward the goal mouth was broken up. Infanger's entry through the neutral zone just onside as DeSaro bodies him off the puck over the line. Labos takes a shoulder from Warner but keeps on ticking. DeSaro all by his lonesome on the doorstep. Couldn't get past Snellenberg, neither could Labos on the secondary chance. Spinelli stood up at the top of the left circle on the re-entry for Delaware. Diaz couldn't dance his way past Poirier. But this is chipped over the line by Kormanek, ahead to Paul DeSaro, who's met by a pair of Delaware defenders, and Cody Diaz recovers the puck after Danny Berg angled DeSaro toward the near wall just upon gaining the line. Eight minutes have elapsed to the third period. Long shot from Berg, ricochets off the backboards. Reganato trying to seal off the near post in anticipation of the rebound far side. Nakagawa turns and fails to clear. This launched in by Bajsadecki, tipped up into the back netting and out of play. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's new membership program for athletes of all ages and abilities to help you achieve peak performance. Nutrition coaching, discounted physical therapy, priority appointments, and more at desportsmed.com. More outnumbered net front. Malik recovers. Anastasio flips the puck in behind the Delaware goal where Snellenberg tried to play the puck free to no avail. Vecchio cross-ice pass didn't connect with more. Berg offering support. Tries to tiptoe in on Reganado but couldn't get past him. Malik the other way. Seawolves coming in numbers. The Malik shot was stick-checked off its line from 35 feet. Loose puck corralled by Tanner Mahoney and played up the near side back to center. Launched in by Wenrick. Off the back glass in the far corner. And this puck rolls to the near side to the right of Snellenberg, where it's tied up by a pair of Delaware players and walked forward by Brady Burke. Advanced to Tracy. He dances past Haskins. In comes Tommy Tracy, getting a shot on net despite pressure from R.J. Sember, and Reganado up with a save. Play is halted by linesperson Sam Chauvin with 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network, Salesianum's home opener as they take on the Wildcats of Owen J. Roberts. We're looking at a 9 o'clock start time here from Fred Rust Arena as we kick off Season 10 of our coverage of Salesianum school hockey. This is an icing against the Stony Brook Seawolves. Face-off is going to come near side now with 10:10 to go. Chance to Bold in for the draw. Across from R.J. Sember. Ten and change to go in the third period. Wenrick walking forward for Stony Brook. Legret shoveled the puck in behind the Delaware goal. DeBolt to Tracy. The entry is good. Long shot from Tommy Tracy at the base of the Stony Brook bench. Sticked away by Reganado for save number 21 tonight. Lowe gloved the puck down. Ragdolled on his way toward the blue line, but he pops right back up on his feet. Andrew Lowe, shot off the feed from Tommy Tracy, was off its mark. Here's Lowe again. Unable to catch the Seawolves in the midst of a change, so he dumps the puck in deep. It's played back up the near side by Weeks to Warner. Long shot from just inside the line, paddled away by Reganado. 3-on-2 Seawolves counterattack. Broken up by the reaching stick of Warner. And in up the right side comes Spinelli for the Blue Hens. Fourth line looking for another. Spinelli was steered behind the net. Puck is bouncing loose. Now on the stick of Charles Poirier. 4! That goes into the metal bleachers. On the near side of the rink. With 8 minutes and 47 seconds to go in regulation. And we restart to the left of Steven Reganado, who's stopped 22 of 25 shots to this point. Cooper Smith led the entry back into the Delaware zone for the Seawolves, with some breathing room now thanks to 3 unanswered goals, accounted for by Robert Hyde, Lorenzo Mara, and Matthew Anastasio. This is Coughlin. Time starting to run out for the Blue Hens. We're down to 8 minutes remaining in regulation, and they've got a 3-goal deficit. This Oreganado's save with 7:54 to go. Face-off coming back to his right, as Diaz and Vernillo meet Sam Chauvin at the dot. Valenti to Malik. Vernillo. Anastasio at the far half wall, bodied off the puck by God as he tried to throw it in. 2-on-2 coming for the Blue Hens the other way. Near wall was Bajsadecki. Far wall was Gott. The pass across couldn't connect. Anastasio to Vernillo. Spun off his feet at the top of the far circle by Brady Burke, enough to cause the giveaway. And here's Gott bulldozing up the middle. Liam Gott shooting! Too much loft, and that goes up into the back netting. Out of play behind Reganado with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Looking ahead at the Delaware schedule, the Blue Hens and Seawolves meet again tomorrow at the rinks just outside New York City. And tomorrow's game will be on the Long Island Sports Network. Those folks do a fine job bringing Stony Brook hockey to a wide audience, and we certainly encourage you to tune in. These Blue Hens will be right back here a week from Sunday as they host Villanova in a mid-afternoon meeting. The rest of our schedule here this weekend on the Delaware Hockey Network. Again, coming up later tonight at 9 o'clock, Salesianum hosting Owen J. Roberts. Might be more like a 9:10 start time, depending on when this game wraps. The Moore shot covered up by Reganado for save number 25. Tomorrow, we bring you the Delaware Men's Division II Blue Hens, hosting High Point in the second half of a 2-game weekend set. Game time slated for 8:30 p.m. here on the Delaware Hockey Network. And then on Sunday, the Delaware ACHA Women will host the University of Maryland Terrapins. Game time, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bird keeping the slot clear. 6:17 to go. Tracy bodied down. Panapresso couldn't take up the mantle. Kowalski playing the puck behind his own net. The D-to-D pass to Poirier. Intercepted on its way up ice by Panapresso. DeSaro clears, and this is going to come back an icing. And here we go. This is cleared. Warner on his horse. Gets to the puck just in time to take it away from DiNapoli. Infanger backhands this about shoulder high. Deep into the Stony Brook zone. Spinelli behind the cage. Bodied off the puck by Trezera. Infanger plays it back behind the cage again. Spinelli up the wall, tried to find Infanger. That puck taken away by DiNapoli and advanced ahead to Legrette. 2-on-1 Legrette with Smith crashing the net. Got a shot away. Snellenberg with the pad save. Final 5 minutes upon us in this 6-3 hockey game. Hens worked hard to get back level after a 3-1 deficit. Thanks to goals from Andrew Lowe and Alex Infanger on opposite sides of the second intermission. But after the equalizer from Delaware at 3:48, it has been all Stony Brook reasserting Hyde, Mara, and Anastasio. All tickling the twine here in the third period to give the Seawolves what stands as a 6-3 advantage. And we enter the final 4 minutes and 42 seconds of the first half of this weekend home and home. Good hustle from Berg for the icing. And back we go again into Stony Brook territory. Time running very short for Delaware, 4:32 to go. Quick drop of the puck from Sammy Chauvin. Diaz could not protect. Anastasio finds Vernillo on the Stony Brook counterattack. Anastasio slowed up. Wenrick could not hold the point. Hens coming in numbers. Here's Bajsadecki bullying his way in past Haskins, getting a shot away, but it wasn't on net. Malik dumps in under two-ply pressure. Gott takes a swipe at him as the physicality continues well away from the play. It's been a chippy game the whole way, and the Lobos Panapresso incident off the icing has not helped cool the temperature any. Final 200 seconds. Warner slap shot over the crossbar. Turning the other way was Bajsadecki, but he threw it into traffic. Panapresso working in deep, trying to take the puck away from Lorenzo Mara. This is chipped by Nakagawa off the near glass, back beyond center, where Vecchio recovers for Delaware, but he gives it away. Poirier tried to loft it ahead, gloved down at the blue line by Austin Vecchio, pickpocketed by number 88 Robert Hyde just after the red line. 2.5 minutes to go in this 6-3 hockey game, which will likely see the Blue Hens' 3-game winning streak stop there. Hens long a Saturday night team. We'll have another shot at the Seawolves tomorrow, as with 2:08 to go in regulation, Reganato's helmet came off. And again, some post-whistle jawing requiring Messrs. Lindsay and Chauvin to intervene. Face-off will come to the left of Steven Reganado. 26 saves on 29 shots to this point of the night. Again, up next, the start of Season 10 of Salesianum Hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network. As the Sal's will play on home ice for the first time this year, hosting the Wildcats of Owen J. Roberts. We're looking at about a 9:05 start time when all is said and done. The Delaware net is empty. Panapresso, Lowe, Berg, DeBolt, Tracy, and Infanger. The 6 on right now. Good block by Panapresso. Andrew Lowe muscles his way beyond the blue line, taking the puck away. Valenti swats it back up ice. Icing waved off, 80 seconds to go. Warner up the middle. Throws the puck into the corner boards. Tracy spins it to Mahoney, who's on fresh. So is Weeks, holding the point, getting a shot away from distance. Saved by Reganado. Held in. Weeks again, working the right wall as we enter the final minute of the contest. And here we go again. Wenrick and Panapresso had to be separated, and Reganado just took a tumble. So Tracy is being escorted to the dressing room by linesperson Sam Chauvin. And Wenrick's going to go too. So with 57 seconds remaining, Panapresso and Wenrick have been issued off. We'll get the rest of the story here from Richie Jondo momentarily. So it looks like nothing goes up. And Diaz and Kormanek are going to relay the details. To their respective benches. Nope, we are indeed mistaken, as Tracy's number has been called by Jondo. This coming at 19:03. And now the particulars. Stony Brook penalty assessed to number 44, Colin Wenrick. 5 minutes for roughing. Delaware penalty, number 28. Correction on the penalty. The Stony Brook penalty was on number 44, Colin Wenrick, a minor for roughing, 2 minutes. Delaware penalty assessed to number 28, Tommy Tracy. 4 minutes for roughing, a double minor. Time of the penalties, 19:03 in the third period. Wenrick gets 2 for roughing. Tracy gets 4 for roughing at 19:03. Puck out of play in the Delaware zone. 21 seconds remaining. So the wind taken out of the Blue Hens' sails thanks to 3 unanswered goals. And the Seawolves protect territory. Vernillo. Back high, this goes to Haskins. Goose plays the body in the near corner. And the final seconds tick away of a Stony Brook 6-3 win. Tonight's final score: Stony Brook Seawolves 6, Delaware Blue Hens 3. Final shots on goal: Stony Brook 31, Delaware 31. Fans, it is time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star, with the game-winning goal and an assist for Stony Brook, number 88, Robert Hyde. The number 2 star of the game with a goal and 2 assists for Stony Brook, number 13, Justin Nakagawa. And the number 1 star tonight at Fred Rust Arena, a 3-year cancer survivor and the heart and soul of this Blue Hens team, number 85, Aiden Graham. And that will do it for us for the first half of our Delaware Hockey Network doubleheader. Stony Brook improving to 6-3-1 on the year. Hens dropping to 8-5-1. But they'll get another chance to avenge defeat tomorrow at the rinks in the second half of this weekend home and home. The final score once again: Stony Brook Seawolves 6, Delaware Blue Hens 3. We're going to switch over to the second half of our doubleheader. Salesianum and Owen J. Roberts coming up next. We're looking at about a 9:05 start for the second half of our Saturday twin bill here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Back momentarily. For Trey Wright, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. We'll see you again at the top of the hour.